think I've done enough bashing of Nintendo. I'm going to go ahead and call you out right now, you son of a bitch. Konami! Where's me another Castlevania game, please? I've been hearing that they're supposed to be doing an update at some point. There's rumors going around speculating they might make a new Castlevania. I don't think it's going to happen, considering they are horrible at making good decisions. And the only reason why I say this is because, and I have it right here, I took it off my shelf, I haven't put it back on a good casing yet. I have Castlevania Symphony. Now this is mirrored for you, but it is one of my all-time favorites. It's actually a turning point where we end up getting a whole genre labeled behind it and Metroid. Now, as a previous video did say, you can tell, I love my Metroid. I love Castlevania. Now, it came out in the 90s. I was probably about 5 when I first started playing it. I wasn't that good back then. But now, I've owned it on every console that you could possibly buy it on. I even bought it on, they had a version on PSP, which was on a different Castlevania title, but if you unlocked it in game, you could play the whole game on PSP. Loved it. It's a cool concept. I've played it on every PlayStation console that it came out on, which would have been 1, 3, 4. And because 5 allows you to play 4, it's on there. I even, first thing I did when I got an Xbox, I went and bought it. And it plays pretty odd, but it's still real smooth on Xbox. Now, the reason why I'm talking about Castlevania is I don't think we've had a good title in a long time. The Legacy games, or not Legacy, the Shadow, Lords of Shadow games. Those were a whole new universe, a whole new attempt at the Castlevania as a series. Now, while they got the genre right in both of them, and I mean quite literally, the first part was a nostalgic pass on the old style. If you didn't know about the old style, it was literally you do a level, and then you complete the level, go to the next level. And it would be a section of like 4. And after you did that, it was sub-levels in the level. And then you would beat it, and from 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4, and then you beat the boss and go to the next one. The bosses were iconic. They were always, crazy, mythical, Frankenstein, the Mummy, a bunch of stuff like that from what would be called the Dark Universe now, which we never got the movies of. Symphony of the Night was a big turning point. It's when they adopted RPG elements and actually adopted the whole Metroidvania style, where it is action-oriented as far as your weapons. So it's you would get certain items that would allow you to proceed to backtrack back over to another spot. So like a door would be locked. Oh, well, I need a type of key. This one type of key for you to get to unlock this door and like 3 other doors. You'd go over here, beat this mini boss or boss, get that item, come back over here, and then you're going to unlock these 3 doors. Now these 3 doors will lead you to the next thing. Same thing with Metroid. You would get different guns. Well, I say guns. Different elements for your arm, and you would shoot this at one door, shoot a different one at a different door, and then you re-unlock. Basically, that's how the Metroidvania stuff works. Well, Castlevania has been a mainstay in my life since I was a child. It's so much so it's what got me into looking at speedrunning as a community. Without it, I wouldn't even cared about speedrunning. And once I found out what speedrunning was and found out how to use it, I use it to my advantage. Now, I'm not a speedrunner. I don't have a world record. I don't have any records. I don't want to put them in. I don't think I'm good enough to be a speedrunner, but I was good enough to enjoy this game. I implemented them a few years ago, and I started using them from then on. I actually thought the coolest thing about this game was the biggest and best actual weapon combination in the game was ironically a shield. And then later on, they would confirm there was a reason behind that. They just thought it'd be a nice... it would be a joke. It'd be hilarious to actually have Castlevania as a whole using, instead of being the best sword or the baddest weapon, it'd be a shield. And obviously the shield wouldn't work without a shield rod. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. But I digress about sucking too much of Castlevania's dick. Konami right now is in a shithole. It's got a remake coming out, which... I'm not a Silent Hill fan. I'm glad the Silent Hill fans are getting them a little bit of Silent Hill for the first time. And hell, it's been years. Resident Evil's been blowing back up. I don't know why they haven't had a Silent Hill. Konami, I think, has been dropping the ball as of late because they have not done anything worthy of their fans. After dropping the ball with Kojima, a lot of the fans have pretty much avoided Konami. I'm included in that because while I still have yet to actually enjoy Metal Gear Solid because it's not my style of game, it's It's mechanic heavy, very mechanic heavy. It's really well done. I just don't like it. Overall, I do have every one of them, ironically, because I have bought the collection. And that's another thing Konami's dropping the ball. They re-released in a two-parter a game they released like 10 years ago. And in fact, hang on, I will be right back. I will go grab that collection. Now, I don't know what all these games exactly are because I wasn't a big Metal Gear fan, but a friend of mine, he was a huge fan, man. He told me, yo, if you haven't played it, you got to play it. You have to go ahead and start playing it. I was like, all right. So I went ahead and bought it. Now, it's this. Ironically, as you can see, the price, this was years ago. I don't know if it's $26. This thing goes for over $100 now. And I bought two of them. One for me, one for another buddy. Now I got to get the stickers off. These annoy me. But it comes with like 10 games. And the funny part about it is this is supposed to be the whole series. They re-released this as a two-parter. They may have added a little bit to it, but nothing, nothing to justify you to pay $50, $60 once and then have to pay for it again for the second half of it. I think Konami's been doing that, and Capcom's been capitalizing on that a little bit. They'll put things in two different parts and make you pay $40 a piece instead of just paying $60 for like everything, because I guess they don't think people are going to pay $60. Konami's just been re-releasing pretty much their library, an easy release. They're doing a remake on two games. I believe it's going to be Silent Hill and one of the Metal Gear Solids. I don't know which one. Sorry. Eat me alive in the comments. I'm just not a big Metal Gear fan, so I don't keep up with it. I'm not saying it doesn't have a good fan base. I'm not saying it wasn't good in its own right. I don't like it. I didn't play it. I don't like it just felt like it was, you had to be a tactical person. You had to know what you're doing. I just didn't care to learn all of it. But Konami as a whole, I think, is dropping the ball. They could capitalize right now. Some of the biggest mainstays in history is making, resurgence. They've actually been throwing out good quality games. You had God of War. God of War came out last year. But it's still being played, I'm sure, today. I'm probably going to do a whole new playthrough just because I enjoyed the game. Zelda had another release. Can't beat that. That's pretty much game of the year to me. Even Call of Duty of all, Modern Warfare 3, sold pretty good. We got another Mortal Kombat. I didn't like it as much. I thought 11 was way better, but the graphics were good. But overall, I'm just Konami, come on, get your stick out of your ass, man. Now I'm speaking to Konami like you're a person, but I think it's just an overall problem with the gaming company as a whole that Konami doesn't want to, actually release what the people want. I say what the people want. They're releasing two remakes, which I don't think that's what people asked for. I don't think you're going to say no to it. But I'm pretty sure everybody can agree we would like new games. If you're going to do the titles we like, bring a new title. Same IP, new title. And I'm going to say this again, Nintendo, where the fuck is my Metroid Prime? I have heard they're supposed to do a little ghost release here soon. I think it was November last year it released out of nowhere, so here's hoping it does it again. I wouldn't know. It's probably going to be this week. I hope it's this week. If it ain't, I just shoved my foot in my mouth. But there is rumors going around that Castlevania should be releasing a new title. I want to know, is it going to be a reboot? Is it going to be a continuation of the old lore, or are you going with the Lords of Shadow lore? Either way, I'm going to buy it because I'm a little whore for my franchises. I'm not going to lie. I've owned pretty much, if it's a franchise and it's good, whether I play it, whether I haven't, I'll still own it. Like a good franchise, bought it. Castlevania, I own most of them. Some of the other titles are well over $200 right now, and I got to go find them. They are pretty expensive. I think the only two I need right now it starts with, I think, an E. I can't even remember it. And the Legacy of Darkness, the Hector story, which I think is really good. I just wish he would have got his own little show, or got his own part of the season or series. Maybe they will do it. I don't know, but it'd be really nice. But I also will say, Netflix, for the love of God, do not, and I repeat, do not fuck up the Symphony of the Night storyline. I believe that's what's supposed to be next, because now Alucard's back, and he's supposed to be helping Richter. If anything's to go by, I haven't watched it, but I saw bits of the ending. First off, the entire storyline is not the same as the Rondo of Blood at all, most of it. And then what makes it worse, it doesn't look like they're going to go the route that Symphony of the Night opens with. If they don't, I'm going to be mad. I'm still going to watch it. It's not, and this is how I'm looking at it. I like Castlevania enough to know this is just character-based. It's got nothing to do with the same story. It's not going to be the same story. It's going to take some beats, but not be the same story. I think I could bite my tongue, watch it, and just kind of subvert my expectations a little bit. and just enjoy the fact that they're making a new story. I'm going to have to look at it that way. That's the only way I'm going to enjoy it. And I don't know much else I would actually talk about. Konami has definitely dropped the ball. Nintendo's being a bunch of assholes. They are releasing some good remasters. Guys, Nintendo, please, for the love of God, if you're going to do some remasters, just throw us a bone. Give us, there's 2 Zelda titles, Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, please. We would love that. Twofer. I'll pay $60 for it. I'm a whore. And Metroid Prime 2 and 3, because 4 has been in development hell for 15 years. Give us 2 and 3. I would love to. I never even beat 2, and 3 was on Wii, and I didn't have a Wii, and it wasn't until recently. Now go try to find it now. But yeah, there's the games I want to talk about. Konami is definitely, it's had some good games I like, but overall, Castlevania is definitely the cock I love to suck every single month. I still play it today monthly, and I have to delete games. I will let it fill up my saves, delete them, and replay. Delete and replay, delete and replay. And I'm not a Richter main. I suck with Richter. He is very button heavy. Like, it's combination based, and I hate combinations. Simple combinations, but I'm terrible at it. And Maria's just super fucking weak, and I'm not about to make that into a Dark Souls game. But yeah, I don't think I got much. This is my second time recording it because I think I went on to too much of a rant about dumb shit that I didn't need, so I deleted all that and decided to re-record it. And other than that, I think this is about all I got to say about all this. So yeah, if you like... Sorry, my cat was messing under the door. If you like these games, open up a discussion what your favorite Castlevania game is, or your favorite Metal Gear and Metroid game. Hell, you know what? Put in Silent Hill. I'm not even a fan of it. But y'all want to have a discussion in the comments below, go ahead. I would like to see what y'all's favorite games were. And actually, if you just want to put your favorite game of all time, one that you play that is not... Let's try to keep it from being online-based, because online's a little bit of a cop-out. I want to see storyline games that you play beginning to end as much as you possibly can, and you just enjoy it. Nobody's going to understand why, but this is why you like that game. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.